Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be going over how to use the dialer feature. So to start off, you need a campaign with people in it for calling. So to do that, you can go to CRM and you can go to campaigns and you can create a new campaign. So we can do, so start off with naming it. So cold calling campaign is what we'll call this one. Change it to a cold call. The market, this is just for your own records. We'll just put Atlanta for the example. Polk, I don't even know if that's a county there. And then Georgia. And then it puts in the start date, or you can select it. And then any notes that you want to remember about this, who's working it, where you got this from, etc. What's the criteria of it. But we're going to save that campaign. And then we're going to head over to our CRM system. And we are going to select sellers, because in this case we're going to be pretending that we're going to call sellers. And then we're going to select who we want to add to this campaign. So if we only want to add people in Florida, we could select it by market, or however you want to filter it down, however you're doing your campaign. Or if you import a select campaign, a select amount of people that you want to add to a campaign, you can do that at the import. But in this case, we're just going to select all of them because we only have 19 in here right now. We're going to add them to the cold calling campaign. And they are now in the cold calling campaign. So we're going to go back to the dialer and we're going to select this campaign because, again, this is the only one that we have to dial. And this is the main page. You can call off of here by clicking call. Or the other option is you can go to the focus. And by clicking on focus, this brings us to the focus dialer where you're looking at one person at a time. And how this works is you can first click hide leads with no phone number. So going back here, you see some of these do not have phone numbers, so we're just going to hide those out of this campaign. And then we're also going to turn on auto dial next on no answer / voicemail. So how this works is when we press call, it will call them using the QO phone system. You can also click on the phone number to copy it if you wanted to do it like that. And then below you also have information on the property. So in this case right here, it's Old Mill Road, vacant land, 10.5 acres. This was added into the CRM already, but that wouldn't usually be there. So we already know which property we're calling about, and we would click call. And let's say we don't get an answer, we hit no answer. And then what's going to do is, because I have this on here for the video, we're going to ignore it because we turned on the auto dialer. So what happens is because we hit a no answer or voicemail, it went on to the next one and it was going to call it automatically. I don't want to do that for the example, but if you turn that on, that's what it does. So then if somebody doesn't answer, it goes right to the next call. So again, let's say this person, we called them and we just leave a voicemail. So we'll click voicemail. And then let's say this one, we called them, they're not interested. We'll hit not interested. Let's say this person is interested. So let's say we talk to them. They say they want to sell, asking 50K or whatever it is. And then we'll hit OK. So then now that person is marked as interested. You can also text from here. So let's say we want to send a text to this person. We can click text, and I have to connect the account first, but there's a way that you can send either a text or an email to the person. You can also log a touch. So if this is basically a note, if you need to add something else, you can just add a note in here and it will attach it there. So let's go back and look at the list view. What happens is when you're pressing these, no answer, voicemail, not interested, it's going to color code it below. So it's just one way that you can keep track of things. And you can reset this if you'd like. So if you want to redo a campaign, you can reset it and it resets all the colors. One thing to note about that lead that we marked as interested, it automatically now gets put into your first column here on your CRM system. So we had a cold call. This person was interested. You can see here in the notes that we contacted them and they're interested. If we had our actual phone number connected below, we would see the conversation that we reached out to them as well. We just don't have it connected right now. So it automatically creates a lead in our CRM system because we marked that they were interested. And then also on the home screen, it shows up here, who the calls are that we've been making, and it shows as activity. So that's just a little background on the dialer system.